I'm James Fraser, and this is my wife Kristen, and we've been married just shy of 4 years. We're from Fargo, North Dakota. Throughout the years, we've grown stronger in our faith and in our marriage, and we're looking to grow more. So we started looking for 1 to 2 week long mission trips that we could do as a couple.
So while searching for these 1 to 2 week mission trips, I found an organization called Adventures in Missions. And while looking through their trips, they do a variety of short-term mission trips for a variety of a group of people. And I found one of their trips called the World Race. And it was a little bit longer than the 1 to 2 weeks we were looking for. But I instantly fell in love, and it was something that tugged on my heartstrings. So after some time of kind of wrestling through it and praying over it, we really felt that the World Race was a trip that we should go on. This trip will consist of 11 different countries in 11 months.
The countries we'll be going to are Uganda, Rwanda, Ethiopia, India, Nepal, Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua.
One of the things that meant a lot to me is we get to go into an area that's called the 1040 window. And the 1040 window is an area of the world that holds the most unreached people groups. Unreached meaning they have no access to the gospel, no churches around, no one's been there to show them the love of God. 6 of the 11 countries we go to are in this 1040 window. And so we really get to go into a place that's one of the darkest in the world and show them the love of God and really reach out to them in a bunch of different ways. So there are a multitude of ways that we are going to show God's love through the countries we're working in that year.
So in each of the countries we'll be going to, we'll be teaming up with local organizations, working with churches and orphanages in Africa, doing manual labor, things like leading worship and running vacation Bible schools. In Nepal, we'll be assisting with disaster relief, working with poverty-stricken people in Central America. In India, we'll be caring for the untouchables and bringing God to red light districts in Asia.
As we are in each country for 1 month, we are considered short-term missionaries. And while preparing for this trip, we've been challenged a lot with what being a short-term missionary means to us and what kind of work we'll be doing. For me, being a short-term missionary really means seeing how big God is. Not only do we get to take God out of the box that we put him in Western culture, and we get to see him in different cultures and how big he is, and he gets to work in different ways, but we also have to trust him a lot to continue with our work once we're gone. A lot of people will argue that short-term missions doesn't always leave a lasting impact, and I think that idea kind of really belittles the God we serve. If our God can create a whole world in 7 days, he can do something with me and James for 1 month in a country. And we just really get to trust that through our weaknesses, his strength will show up, and that after we leave, his lasting impact will stay behind.
For me, being a short-term missionary is really about preparing to become a long-term witness. It's about taking the year to focus on God and to really learn to love others the way he loves us and the way Jesus loved on us. It's about going outside of our comfort zones, quitting our jobs, giving up our comfy apartment here in Fargo, and really taking time to experience God through these other cultures and taking care of his people and being with his people so that we can learn to witness better back here when we come home so that we can serve him more radically.
So we cannot do this alone. With our supporters, the people who have already given, and people like you who might be looking to give, that's how we're going to be able to go on this trip and show God's love to the world. It's been amazing how much we've been blessed already and how much we get to feel God's love through people like you.
We want you to be a part of this trip with us. For $48.73, you can sponsor one of us for a day. You can go to our calendar on our blog and pick a day to sponsor. We will send you our journal entries from that day so you can see how you made a difference in the world.